Good evening to everyone and welcome to our new live stream now about Massachusetts. We have a state house election, a special election in Massachusetts State House. This is a very important election to replace another one. And right now, Republican Christina D'Alessio is winning, and we also have primary runoffs in the state of Arkansas, especially in the Secretary of State, as I can show you right here. Let's go. We do expecting here results in the Secretary of State, very important results in just 22 minutes from now. And also, if you go here to the decision.hq, we do have here a lot of state senate and state house special election. Runoffs for the primaries, and I would say whoever wins the GOP primary tonight will be the winner in November. At least that's what most people are expecting. And right now, Kalshi, as you can see over here, is expecting 93% chance of going to Kim Hamler. He was endorsed by Senator of Arkansas, Tom Cotton, so it's overwhelmingly expected that he can actually win that. But still, we have ways to go. Of course, everything is fair game on election day, and also very important news. We're only expecting 87,000 votes in the primary, so a very low turnout primary. You got around 300,000 in the general. As you can see here in Massachusetts, we're at 8% of the votes in. Let's just check where the votes are coming from. Okay, we cannot check that because in Decision Desk HQ website we don't have anything here, so it's really we cannot actually tell whether this is coming from that place or not. But I'm not so familiarized with this place. I can probably check over here where is this specific state house district. I'm not so familiarized with it, but maybe I can be familiarized with it very fast. So this is the district. Okay, it has a little bit of Gloucester. It's closer to, I don't know. It's Boston is over here, so Boston is over here, so it's the northern part of Boston, closer to the eastern part of the state of Massachusetts. Maybe if you go here, this is the same district. Okay, in 2024, it voted Republican or Democrat. It voted Democrat. This is interesting. Right now, the Republican is winning. Doesn't mean anything so far because it's very early, but still, a Republican is winning so far. And this is a Republican. This is a Democratic district by 30 points. We didn't even have a Republican opponent last time. But this is Christina D'Alessio right now winning. Okay, we have here the towns. We're getting votes from Gloucester. I think it's the biggest part of this. Let's just go here. Gloucester is the biggest city over here. Probably the more democratic, if you will. Manchester by the Sea. We also have Essex and Rockport. Let's check how those places voted in the 2024 presidential election. I know it's a special election, low turnout, doesn't matter, but I just want to say this in a sense that maybe we can find some interesting stuff. Let's go to Massachusetts. And as you can see here, Massachusetts and all the states in New England, they don't have. I'm sorry, what happened here? I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened here. I'm sorry. So the states, I know what happens. I'm sorry again. So the states in Massachusetts, they actually Massachusetts and all of New England, they have townships. They don't have counties. Of course, they have counties, but they use townships as a major thing to seize in terms of territory. So Gloucester is at Harris won there, 63 to 35%. Also here in Rockport, Harris won. So it's basically a very heavy Democratic district. I expect this result should be, I don't know, election day. I don't know, really, to be honest. But this is not normal. At least if this continues like that, the Democrats are probably going to lose the seat. And right now this is very early. It's only 8%, but still, Democrats are getting 14.5%. Republicans are getting over 50%. This is, at least so far, it seems a little bit odd, the results, but still, everything is fair game, as I said. And if this continues, I mean, it's not expected. At least this should be this. If this continues, we should be a massive swing when you compare to 2024, and that's not actually that's not actually what most people expect. Especially right now, the Democrats are doing much better in the special election. This is a special election nonetheless, so this is not expected at all. At least that's just what I think of the results. I don't know the candidates, so I'm really sorry. I know the candidates in the Arkansas races, but not here in this small Massachusetts. Only we're expecting like 5,000 votes. We're already 500 in, so yeah, it's not a very huge election. In Decision Desk HQ, we're still standing at the same. But I mean, we don't have, of course, a prediction for this race, but it's very interesting so far. This was last time we got 26,000, so we're expecting 5,000 out of those 26,000, which is also very interesting turnout. Not a huge terms, but 2024 was actually, of course, a presidential year, so it's pretty different. But still, there wasn't even one Republican here. Right now, the Republicans are winning with 50% plus. So, I mean, it's not realistic to think if this is going to be the definitive result. So we still need to wait about that. And right now we're still 18 minutes away until polls close in the state of Arkansas. 17 minutes away, I'm sorry. And yeah, we're really close to that. Right now, President Trump said that Iran is close to a ceasefire. We don't know if that is true or not, but he just said that today. And yeah, I mean, we're going to have a new video on... I already sent you the calendar for the videos, but maybe I can check it here. So this week we're going to have a new video on Friday about a New Jersey special election for the 11th congressional district. So a Democratic seat expected to be Democrat again, of course. I mean, overwhelmingly. And right now we do have early vote there. We do have some early vote numbers. We're going to drive through all of those numbers in the video on Friday. Very substantial video as well. Not a vacancy in the House. The Democrats really want to get it because it's a must. I mean, they want to get closer to... They don't want vacancies, to be honest, and that's what this is all about. And on the April the 5th, so Sunday, we're going to have a video about the Wisconsin State Supreme Court race, and this is a very important race. Democrat is retiring, so the other Democrats must win. It's not Democrat, but they are just endorsed. It's the same thing. I mean, in literally terms, it's the same thing, even though it's not. But yeah, this is a very important race also. And on Tuesday, next Tuesday, April the 7th, we're gonna have a massive, and this is, I will repeat, a massive election night in America. Election night in America. We'll have Wisconsin State Supreme Court race, Georgia's 14th. Gonna have a lot of those. Also Mississippi runoffs. I don't think we have a lot of them. Probably the state house and state senate, but not. Apart from that, I don't think we have more elections in that regard. But still, it's gonna be a massive, especially because of Wisconsin. I mean, Wisconsin is a swing state. Last year we got also a state Supreme Court election where the Republicans lost it. But yeah. Right now, we're expecting also a very competitive race. Last time it was not so competitive. No, Elon Musk tried a lot for the Republicans to win that seat. They failed, and they lost by 10 points. They say that Kamala lost by around 1. So that was substantial for the Democrats. Let's see if they can continue that round of winning. And, I mean, it's going to be massive. It's going to be important. The month of April is actually not very... filled of elections. We will have that in New Jersey like by the end of April. Also Virginia referendum, don't forget that. After the live stream on next Tuesday, we're going to have also videos about it, about the turnout. We have a lot of surprises. The Democrats are still behind in terms of turnout, so we still need to be very cautious about taking early conclusions because last time we saw the Democrats were behind. Brian Norris win nomination. Okay, let's just see. That's not what Kalshi is saying, but maybe it will happen. We don't know because this usually, prediction markets are prediction markets after all. So everything can change, especially with a very low turnout election. We just got votes in Massachusetts. Now the Democrats are ahead. We just got votes now from Rockport, and this is 29%. So we got Tar is winning plus 56, and Kamala won here by won in Rockport by, that's not 50. That's not even 50. So the Democrats are doing better in that town. I don't know what happened in Gloucester. This might be a tabulation error. Those things happen, and this might be a tabulation error. I'm not so sure about it, but let's just be cautious about the results. But yeah, as I was saying, Virginia referendum on April the 21st. Probably I'm messing up a bit with. I'm not. I don't think I am. But a lot of very important results as well in Virginia. That thing is going to be massive to the House. And then when it comes to May, we'll have a lot primaries in many states, Pennsylvania, Ohio, and many competitive primaries in between. Because Ohio, we have a very competitive a very competitive general race for the governor's race in terms of Vivek Ramaswamy, the Republican side. So very, very interesting race as well. right now. I don't know what's happening here, to be honest, because this is not supposed to be competitive at all. This is supposed to be like 70-30 to the Democrats. I don't know what's happening. I suspect it's going to be a tabulation error because it doesn't make any sense that Delistio is winning by 29, Gloucester, and they're still waiting here for a decision desk HQ, but still they're still at 0. I don't know why. And in Arkansas, the polls will close in just now, 12 minutes from now, and we'll see whether Brian Norris can actually win it. He won in the first round, or in the whatever you want to call it. He won by a point, 34.4%. That was the margin. Very, very close race between three main candidates. And Kim Hammer was supported by Tom Cotton, senator of Arkansas. And yeah, we'll see about this, if this can actually be something interesting. We know that the Republicans are actually going to deliver interesting margins around Pulaski County, Saline, especially Saline. Also go to here to Benton County, Washington, just over here. Very big for the Republicans, and we expect massive numbers. Not massive, but I mean 10,000 votes or so. It's massive for a primary that will only have like 81,000 total. At least that's what NBC News expect. We still have to wait until the final turnout, of course. But yeah, this is only the only major race statewide. In terms of the, as you can see over here, in terms of the state senate, we do have a Democratic around Pulaski. This is this is the biggest city in the state of Arkansas. As you can see over here, I will check that. This is Little Rock, as I was saying. So we just got, I mean, this is what? This is Essex. Right now in Essex we have 78%, and the Republicans are getting 29. Let's compare with Trump. Essex, Trump got 34. So actually he's underperforming Trump, if you will. But still, so this independent might be some liberal Democrat. Let's check the Democratic primary. That's Gilbert Friesman. No, but he wasn't contested. I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of a Democrat. I'm just saying that because otherwise it doesn't make any sense what we're seeing over here. Because he's doing great. I mean, if you put together both percentages of Friedman and Friedman and Terror will get the Democratic margin. But if you don't add up, it doesn't make any sense. It looks like the Republicans are overperforming a lot. But here we already have 100 or 390 votes. Still expecting a little bit more out of this, like 100 votes. But this is the one that's the most complete, and now we just got more votes. Look at this. So the Democrats now are at 49% because of what? Because we got more votes out of Rockport, and Rockport is now at 67%. And Essex, okay, we just got more votes, and now Rockport is done. So it finished at 46. This is interesting. So Rockport finished at 46 to the Democrats. Let's check Rockport over here. It was at 40 something as well. Let's calculate the margin. So it was 47. So 47 here for the Democrats, and then this particular race was 46. So a small underperformance by the Democrats, just a point. So it isn't significant at all. We just need to be cautious with low turnout elections. That's why we cannot even say anything about it. That's why I say, I mean, special elections are special elections. We cannot even divine the national sensation out of special elections. That's what I say all the time. But here we don't have Manchester by the Sea. We're still expecting results there. And we're still expecting a lot in Gloucester. I mean, there's no way Gloucester is going to be by 29. It doesn't make any sense. But here in Decision Desk HQ, somehow they're behind. Usually they're ahead of the New York Times. I don't know why they're behind. But yeah, right now we're still expecting around 3,000 votes in Massachusetts. And 9 minutes now until polls close in Arkansas. I'm just going to do a quick break, and I'll be back in just like 5 minutes from now. I'm going to leave this in the special election in Massachusetts because it's the one we're getting results right now. I'm going back in 5 minutes. So yeah, right now I'm back, and we're now only 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes until we have polls close in Arkansas. And right now the Democrats and Republicans are actually very close in this election. 46% to the Democrats and 41% for the Republicans. So actually 40% if you don't round it up. So very, very close. This is actually a very interesting election. And my thesis of Gilbert Frieden being like a Democrat or a liberal or something like that, it's not actually true. But right now Gloucester is actually staying at a 26 points advantage for Delisio, and if this continues, she might She might surpass Andrew, which is I didn't expect this at all. I mean, right now in Decision Desk HQ is still at the same rate, but now in Arkansas we're still expecting now 29 seconds until polls close. Now 26 seconds, so we're very close. 22 seconds now, 20 seconds, so we're almost there. It's going to be a very interesting election. We'll see if they can actually, if Ryan Norris can actually win it, as he did in the first round, or if Kim Hammer, supported by the Senate of Arkansas, Tom Cotton, can actually win again, can actually win the election. So this is going to be a very interesting election to watch also. Now, polls have closed in the state of Arkansas. I suspect we're going to have results just very quickly. I mean, probably the first results are going to be quickly, then the rest of them we'll see about that. We're still standing at 50% now in Massachusetts. They're saying it's 50% of the estimated report of the votes, so we're still probably expecting like 7,000 votes or more, maybe more than what most people were expecting. Here in Arkansas, we're still standing, as you can see over here. So let's go to statewide. We're now at 0 precincts reported. We have almost 3,000 precincts. And let's just update this. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Here, this was the first round. As you can see here, we do have Brian Norris winning, getting almost 40% in many of these counties. As you can see here, I'm sorry. So this one, Kim Hammer got 29%. Here, for example, Celine got 21%. Let's just go here. Here we're still staying at 0. This one is still at the same. I don't know why they didn't update this. This was still at 0% reported, but I think we expect fairly fast results in the Arkansas, because this is usually, it's not a very high turnout primary. It's only 87,000 votes to be reported. So I mean, come on, it's only 87,000 people across almost 3,000 precincts. So it means for each precinct, like not even 20 people voted. So I mean 20 people voted, of course, not even 40 people voted. So please, I mean, it's probably fast to count the votes. And they say in the NBC News, they say too early to call, which is of course what is expected. We don't have anything here, and yeah, we're still standing at 0 right now. I'm still surprised given the margin the Republicans are getting in Gloucester, now winning by 26, where Gloucester in 2024 was this. Trump got 35. So, I mean, this is just unbelievable, and he lost by almost 30 points. So, if this continues, it's not a great election for the Democrats. Again, I will say this is just a special election. It doesn't mean anything for the whole game. For the midterms, it doesn't mean anything. But this is still something huge. As you can see here, I mean, Massachusetts is a very rural state, as you can see. But still, this area, we're still waiting for Manchester by the Sea, and this is a very Democratic area over here. Only, it's very small, though. I don't think we were expecting too much of votes there. Let's just go here to Massachusetts to see how many votes we're expecting. Only about 650 votes. So right now the margin is closed. The margin is only 200 votes. We're still expecting from Gloucester. So if they continue with this margin in Gloucester, I'm sorry, I don't know what I did. It might be enough for the Republicans to win this, even though it's still, I mean, I don't expect that to happen. At least that was not expected at all, and when we start counting votes. So we're still waiting now for results. I don't think I have anything to say about this. Let's just go to Massachusetts again. Still standing. I don't know if they have anything here. Yeah, they don't have anything in NBC. See, still at 0. I don't know why is this still at 5.8% because it's not, but okay. This was still at 0, even though Kalashi is saying 92% for Kim Hammer. But yeah, we're still at the same point. Still at 0. Massachusetts now are still at 50%, and here we're still at 0. I don't know. Okay, now we have results. We already have 2%, so it's 44% of White County. Kim Hammer is now winning by around 11 points. I don't know if this doesn't matter right now. It is very early, but I just want to say something. Let's compare. 11 points. Brian R is getting 44%. So let's compare Kim Hammer because he's winning. So he's getting 56% in White County. And last time he got 44%, Brian Norris. So Brian Norris is not getting more votes. He's basically getting 44%. If this continues, it means that Brian Norris is going to get 34 and then 66 for Kim Hammer. This doesn't mean anything so far, but it's very interesting to get the first results. And so far, this is a terrible result for Brian Norris. If this continues, this is not a great position to be. If you are Kim Hammer, I'm sorry, Brian Norris, this is not a great position to be because right now you're not getting any extra vote than you got in the first round. And I mean, you need more votes. If you want to win, you really need more votes. And this right now, it's not the best place to be. I know how many votes we're expecting from White County, over 3,000. Now we need to wait. This is supposed to be the election, the early vote. We're still now expecting the election day vote. Will that go towards Hammer or towards Norris? That will be key to understand if they can actually have a chance. Otherwise, I mean, it's over. Hammer wins this in a landslide. Now we just got votes. Okay. See this here. Gloucester was a tabulation error. After all of this, they finally assumed that Gloucester was a tabulation error. As I said, this might happen, and indeed it happened. Gloucester was a tabulation error. It's still by 40, even though it won by more. As you can see over here, Gloucester was by 28. So Democrats are doing much better, but still, it was a tabulation error. That's why, I mean, we need to be cautious sometimes when we get some results and people think, okay, the Democrats are so screwed. We're not. This is just tabulation error. They're back in, and now with correct results, I assume, but still, it's a shame that you're using those results that are not correct at all. But still, we're still waiting for more votes out of Gloucester, but I mean, it's over. Here in I don't know why the New York Times have faster results than the proper state election website, which is, I mean, something very incredible. Maybe I can go. Okay, I think this is updating. I'm not so sure about it. Here's still at 0. Okay, still at 2%. Now we have 6 people watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're 253 subscribers, getting a lot of subscribers recently. So don't forget to subscribe as well to help the channel grow even faster. Don't forget to have live streams of every major election in America, even those ones that are very small, like today, for example. We're here covering because I think I said I will do my best to cover every election. That's why I'm here. That's why I suppose you guys are here as well. And yeah, I mean, that's it. 2% now in Arkansas. We're still waiting for more votes. Let's see how many votes New York Times is expecting. 5,000, 7,000. Okay, it's the same prediction as... Okay, now we got more votes. And that's from Little Rock. It's from Pulaski County, the biggest county in terms of Arkansas standards. Not in the Republican side, of course, but if you consider Democratic side as well. Right now, as you can see over here, you're getting 51-49, so 49 for Brian Norris. So let's just focus on him for a minute. So 49% for Brian Norris in that county. Let's compare to this one here. 38. So he's getting 11 points, 11 extra points here. 11 extra points. If you add to 34, that means he's getting over 46. Okay, but but still, he needs more. But that's not as bad as it sounds, even though we're still waiting for the whole majority of election day vote. And that will be crucial. I will say it again. It will be crucial to watch whether the candidates can actually, which one of the candidates will do better in election day vote. And right now we cannot actually tell you anything about this. In Massachusetts, still standing at the same rate with those mistabulations before. I don't know what happened here. I mean, why is this? I'm not so sure if this is actually. I think this is updated. I mean, I don't know why they didn't update this. I mean, when we start getting precincts, that means we're getting election day vote. Right now, we don't have any precinct reported. Probably it's just the early vote batches. Yeah, 4% now in. So they're actually fast. We're like 9 minutes here, and we're already reported. They already reported 4% of the votes. I know how much faster this will be. Now we have 6 people watching, as we had before. So yeah, now let's go to Massachusetts again. We're still at the same. Arkansas here, they're still missing a 3,000 votes, which is basically the same thing we're getting from the New York Times website. Here we're still standing at the same point. So if Brian Norris can, now we have 7 people watching. Let's go. So if Brian Norris can actually win this, this will be ultimately decided in this counties here that are actually more democratic, like 40% here. This one is 46% for Brian Norris. He must win this county, otherwise he's not in great shape. Also, this one here in the southern part of the state, he's getting 44% here, 43% here. So it's going to be very interesting as well. Let's just go to Arkansas as well. So standing at the same point. And the decision SHQ, I don't know why they're so delaying today. And now Kim Hammer is at 96% chance of winning after the major updates we got right now. Now we have 8 people watching. 8 people watching. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm just going to repeat it again because probably sometimes you're forgetting about it. I know it's completely free. You don't have anything to pay. It's just it helps the channel a lot. And yeah, I don't know why the official website from the state of Arkansas. Maybe this will only update when we have election day votes. I don't know. I'm not sure about it. I don't really know anything about it. Okay, now we have in the first county, as I was mentioning this county before, and now Brian Norris is getting 51% in Crahag County. This is Jonesboro. He's getting 51%, and let's just compare to the previous election. It is. So 39 to 51. Let's say 12 points over performance. Okay, so this first county, White County, he was doing poorly. Right now he's doing slightly better. At least we're getting more votes. The point is, this is not enough, and this is a very small county. We're only missing here not even 1,000. We're only missing 1,000 votes. It's going to be less than 2,000 votes total. So it's not really significant, but every vote matters. And this, I don't know how close this can be because we don't have any polling, nothing basically. And this will be very interesting to watch till the end. Okay, now we have the first results in decision SHQ. This saying we're at 1.49%, but okay, it doesn't mean anything. Okay, here we're at 17%. We just got Manchester by the Sea, as you can see over here. And it was Democrats 62-32, so 30 points, Manchester by the Sea. And here was more than 40. So actually Democrats are doing worse here in Manchester by the Sea than the Republicans. Than in 2024. But okay, it doesn't really matter. It's a very small city, not really significant. Sometimes you want to draw very huge conclusions about something that doesn't really matter. But okay. I mean, of course, the Democrats want to do better wherever they can. But yeah, 4% now in Arkansas. I don't think, and Massachusetts is mostly gone. I think we're only 17% because they were missing loss. I don't know what they're doing here, to be honest, because we're getting mass results in Massachusetts all over the place. Here we're still saying at 0 votes. I don't know why. Let's check if we do. Okay, now we have another county here for Crawford County. Hammer is getting 50.8. So this is a 49 points for Brian Norris. Let's just compare. It's around a Fort Smith here, Crawford. So 42 to 49. It's only 7 points here. This is not actually a great result. I mean, he needs to do much better. Right now, I'm not seeing that at all. And if this continues, it might not be a very great place to be. but we still have ways to go. Of course, we're still waiting for example, Washington County. That's Fayetteville, very big county for the Republicans. But yeah, only 14% also in Crawford, so we're still waiting for a lot of votes there. Now 98% chance of Brian Norris winning the election. We also have this one here in the state senate, 15th congressional district, 15th district for the senate, I'm sorry. And now here as you can see we're at 49%, and the Democrat Tara Shepard is winning against Charity. 49% is already in, so of course it's much faster because it's only that county. And Democrats usually vote early, which also makes sense to be faster. Okay. I don't know why this basically doesn't update. Maybe I can go here. Let me just try to get... okay. Maybe I can go here. Okay. Let me just try if I'm doing this the correct way. Okay, I'm not. I was not getting the correct way. Now we only have 0.18% turnout. So as you can see here, we have 126 precincts partially reported in the official website, which probably they are all in Pulaski County. So we already have some precincts reported in the biggest. It's not the biggest county for Republicans. So let's just stop calling it. Let's just stop saying that. So this is the biggest county if you consider all standards. It's not the biggest county if you consider Republican standards because it's a lot of Democrats there. Kamala won this county, for example. So right now, Kim Hammer is getting 51, so 49, as I was saying, as I was seeing here. Now we just got more votes. So Washington is going 53-47. So let's just compare Saline because this was a very great county for Hammer. 33 for Norris. Let's just go here to Norris to get what Norris got in this. So Norris was getting 22. So actually 11 points. That's not bad, but still it could be better. And now also in Garland County, 41 for Norris. What was his margin here? I'm sorry, what the hell is this? So 31-41, again, 10 points. Not the best, can be much better than that. And here in Fayetteville, this is a big county, Washington County. 47 for Norris, he got 31. So actually that's a great overperformance. I'm sorry, that's a great addition, if you will, for over 16 points. That's great, but still, right now, I'm not saying I'm gonna project this for Hammer, but most of the counties right now are going towards him, and I don't see anything over here that can actually divine anything different from what we're seeing right now. Because we're still waiting for these southern counties here that are probably gonna go through Norris, but still, it's not gonna be an easy job. And yeah, it's not gonna be easy because right now we're already behind by 2,000 votes, and now we're only missing 76,000. As you can see here, now they have more. Okay, I don't know. Okay, maybe how can I get an update of this? I don't know. Because maybe I need to go here. And just go here as well. I don't know, maybe this is very weird, this website. It doesn't update automatically. I don't know what the hell is this. But yeah, right now we're already getting 126 precincts out of 132 partially reported. But we don't have anything fully reported, so we're still waiting for more election day vote. Now we just got more votes in Massachusetts. I don't know, this is a mess. Now they were at 50% in, now we're at 47, now we're at 42. This is a complete mess. I don't know what they're doing in Massachusetts because this is not great. Now they just projected. So the decision desk actually just projected this to go towards Star, but it's expected. The Democrats won this a landslide last time, and we didn't even have a Republican candidate, so yeah, it's normal. Right now, Gloucester here at 66-30, so the correct margin, not the one that was BS as we got previously, was to the Republicans by 26 points or so. That was not correct at all, and I said that might be a tabulation error, and it actually was a tabulation error. Poor Republicans, I would say. forget as well to check our videos in the channel. We do have a lot of videos about Virginia referendum, also about the Georgia's 14th congressional district special election we're gonna have next week. Also, we have a lot about, we have another one about the 2028 election for the presidential election. Very interesting result. It's basically a scenario between Marco Rubio and Gavin Newsom. I suspect they'll be the candidates, but this is very far as well from the election. But yeah, I mean, of course we cannot predict with 100% correct about the future, of course. But yeah. Let's just check Massachusetts again. I don't know what they're doing there, to be honest. Okay, now we have another county for. No, this is Norris is winning Franklin County. They don't have it here. Nor they. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing here, to be honest, because this is. This doesn't update automatically, so I need to open another site and maybe to open like this. Okay, now it updates. We need to open another website, so it's really another tab. So now we have 11 precincts reported. It's basically everything is reported out of those 11 precincts. I don't know where they are, to be honest. Maybe I can check it here. So it's in Johnson County. So Johnson County is gone. 48% now for so we can check it here in Decision Desk HQ. So this one is gone. It's already, everything is reported. So let's just compare. Norris got 52% in Johnson County. So he's getting from 35 to 52. It's a great overperformance. I just want to say that. It's great. The problem is, can we replicate that specific county out of the rest? And that will be a really difficult situation to be in. Right now, we also have here in the Arkansas, the runoff here. Right now, it's, oh god, look at that. It's 21 votes, 19 votes to 2. This was probably, this was a very competitive election, as you can see here. We're only by a vote separated the candidates by a vote. But as you can see over here right now, this is very early. Also here, another one. Very competitive as well, only 8% of the votes, still missing a lot of votes in Sebastian and Logan counties. This one is still standing at 48%, and here in the Republican side we're at 8.47% in. I think here in the New York Times now we have more. As you can see here, now it's a 15 points margin. Maybe I can check this one as well, Johnson County. Or Franklin County. Let's go Franklin. 69 for Norris in Franklin. 43 to 69. That's great. I mean, that's great if it continues. That's the problem. Here in Crayhead County, they're still standing at the same. So we're still standing at the same in basically everything. But a big portion of what it was expected to hammer in Saline is almost reported everything. So I mean the bulk of his margin is already in. Let's just compare here Benton County. So 61-39, 61 for hammer in Benton. Okay, this is interesting. 31 points ahead of what it was. Very interesting though. Let's just open another website, because this probably is not another tab, because it's probably not updating. I mean, you know how things are. It actually did, but okay. Okay, now we just got mess. I mean, Massachusetts, this is a complete mess. I think they basically I don't know what they're doing, because it's completely stupid. And yeah, here let's just go to Arkansas again, Decision Desk, because probably they're faster. Okay, we just got another county here, Clark County, 74 votes to 54. Hammer is getting 58% in Clark County. Let's go to Clark County, 58. Okay, that's almost 20 points, 19 points over addition to the first round. It's not an overperformance because they're not actually getting anything to compare. It's just to the first round. So 58, 39, 58. That's 19 points, and Norris getting 32. Sorry, I need to go here to 42, so 12 points, but still very early votes. I cannot even divine anything out of that. Now, Saline is actually now at 80% in, so this is a big portion of we're still expecting 5,000 votes in Pulsaki, we're still expecting 6,000, so this area here is very important to get the Republican margins in the Great Stance, and also here around the suburbs out of Little Rock, because Selene is almost everything is reported, and that thing is a massive boost for Hammer's campaign right now. He's already at 59% indecision. As we're slightly ahead in the New York Times. That's why he's slightly down now, 42% for Brian Norris. But still, we need to see much better margins. Otherwise, it's going to be a bloodbath for Norris. Even though he won the first round, of course, doesn't mean anything to win the first round. But okay, he won like a moral victory. Okay, now we got another county. This Washington County. We already saw this one before. Maybe this one updated over here. Let's just open it again, another tab, because you know how these things works. Okay, still nothing. Just here the same thing. Okay, so we're still waiting. There's nothing we can do. We have 5 people watching. We're getting like 8 now. We're getting 5 again. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now the odds are at 91%. It was at 98%. Now it's at 91%. This is very random, I would say. 3-8. We're still missing a lot of 3 races for the state house. We didn't project anything so far. I think I'm gonna do a quick break. And I'm gonna be back in just a minute. I'm gonna leave it like this, maybe. I think we can like this. Okay. Okay, just before I do a quick break, we just got new votes. Okay, it was the votes we got in Franklin, also in Johnson, so I don't think we got anything new. We didn't. We just got more votes in Selene. Now they're down 66, so Hammer's down 66, and the margin is now 13. So we'll see if we can actually have a surprise. So now I'm back again. I just did a quick break to just drink a little bit of water, and let's check the new results we got. So we have 22% of Bannon, 27% of Washington, and 40% of Crawford. So we're still missing a lot of votes here. And 78% of Selene, so we're almost there. 30% of Polsaki, we're still standing at the same rate. I don't think we got anything in terms of the election votes. Let's just compare it here in terms of the runoff. Okay, now we have 7.68% of the precincts reported. We have 220 precincts already reported. Let's just check if we do have another one that's fully in. Okay, this one is still okay. We have Sebastian finished. 220 precincts already finished. Let's just check Sebastian. Okay, I don't have here anything. Probably the decision desk we will have. Okay, it's not fully in. I don't know. They say here is fully in, but I don't believe this. I mean, this is the official website, but okay, we never know. We never know. That's what they say. We never know. But still, let me just think about it. So it's only 600 votes. How is this possible? That's really an interesting question. How is that possible to only get 600 votes in a county that has 220 precincts? But okay, let's just check the votes. So that's right now 52. So 52 for Brian Norris. So he got last time 42. So that's actually 10 points overperformance. That's not significant. That's not enough. I continue to say this. It's not enough. And Brian Norris is probably going to lose this. I don't know by how much, but he's probably going to lose it by some margin, because the more results we're getting are not enough at all. Let's just check if we do have anything here fully in. So we don't have anything fully in so far. The only 2 counties he got fully in. He's getting more votes, but not enough votes. Of course, more votes. That was okay. We have here Sebastian. They say 32% of the votes are in, but the official website says everything is reported. Or maybe the 32% are the election day vote, and the rest of the vote is going to be early vote. I don't know. This is a little bit misleading, because we cannot actually tell you whether it's election day vote or early vote. Okay, Garland is gone. 41 for Norris and Garland. Let's just check Garland here. Garland was 41 for Norris again, 10 points. So 10 points means he's gonna get in the ballpark of 45%. It's not enough. I mean, math is math. You cannot actually tell anything against math. So yeah, it's not gonna be easy. Boone County, have here Boone County, 51% for almost everything is reported. 51% for Brian Norris in Boone County. Let's just check Boone County. 51% for Norris. Okay, that's actually interesting. It's more than 16 points. That's significant. That's significant. But still, it's only 1 county. You need to get more. And yeah, not filling so easy. We're already at 21% in. We're here for around an hour in the live stream, almost 53 minutes. I'm seeing here, almost 31 minutes until polls closed in the state of Arkansas. Okay, now we have many more votes. So this one was the counties I was talking about. Hot Spring. Okay, we have Grant County in 62-38. So 62 for Hammer, 62 for Hammer in Grant County. Okay, that was not so big overperformance by Hammer. So that was actually a great result by Norris. Norris went from 22 to 22 to over 38 to almost 38. So that was actually a great result there. So Garland, we already checked that. Saline is gone. Saline is gone, which is actually interesting results there. So if Saline is gone, it's less votes to get from to Hammer if you are a supporter of Norris. Here we do have more results. Here, look at this. This is the 52nd district. 11 votes to 10 votes. I mean, it's a very competitive race. I will not say otherwise, but okay, it doesn't really matter right now. And here, I'm just checking this result, Union County, and that one is getting 52 for Hammer and 48 for Norris if you round it up. So 48 for Norris. Okay, I mean, he's getting more votes, but this was a Kathy County. She lost in the first round. Not by... It was very close. Both of the candidates were close. Okay, let's just check this. Cross County. 60% for Hammer in Cross. Let's just check Cross here, how it was. 60% for Hammer. Okay, makes sense. 13 points. It's not really significant. Problem in White County, we already saw that. We already saw that in White County. And now it's at 44%. Let me just check here something. So it's still at the same rate. I was thinking that we got more votes in White County, but it's still at the same rate as we started. It was the first county got results tonight, and it was 864 votes. It's still at 864 votes, so it still has 44%. I thought we got more, but no, we didn't. So yeah, we must wait more to get votes there. Let's just go here. We're still standing at the same rate. I think Lord County, Garland, we already checked all of those. Johnson finished. I think we already checked that as well. 96% now chance of winning for Hammer in Kalshi. Team Hammer win GOP nomination, probably. That's probably what will happen, at least if nothing changes. It needs a massive surprise in the southern counties for Norris to have any chance of retaking the lead. I know Celine, for example, is mostly gone. We need to wait for many of the election vote to come, and that might change a bit of the stuff, but still, I don't expect too much. I think we got around 20-something thousand in the early voting, and those 60 extra thousand will be election votes, so most of the votes will be actually election. Let's just check if we do have more updates in the official website. More counties that are already finished. So now we're at 10% of the precincts reported. The turnout is very low, as you thought that would happen. Okay, but we're still missing. I mean, Franklin, 69. We already checked this one. We're still missing. It's not, everything is not reported. I know how can a county with 200 precincts get only 600 votes. This is very interesting. I think this Trump won this county, so this is actually interesting in that regard. Okay, we just got this county here, Lonoke County. The margin now closed by, I mean, it didn't close. Why? Because now we got votes. The last of the votes in Saline County, or however you want to say this. And Grant County is also gone, as everything is reported. Benton, we still have ways to go, and Washington as well. But let's just check this one. Lonoke County, 70% for Norris in Lonoke, 42. So okay, he's actually doing great because Hammer's not getting more percentage, and this is actually a big county. So if he can actually, we're still missing a lot of votes there, 1.2 thousand. Let's just check Baxter County. Baxter County, he voted for Norris with 40%. So, I mean, if he can win that, we're still missing 6,000 votes there. It's the biggest vote center we're still missing. It's interesting how Decision Desk HQ is very different from the New York Times, even though they probably will get, they're probably getting the votes from different sources. As I can see in terms of the size of the lead, the biggest bubble is in Saline County, which was overwhelmingly expected to go to Hammer. Actually, the margin is getting right now 4,000 votes for Hammer. 3,000 of those 4,000 is actually coming out from here, from Saline County. Lonoke, let's just check White County, so the same rate. Now we got another county, Hot Spring County, but it's for only 25%. 44 for Norris. Okay, Norris is getting almost 20 points here in Hot Spring. The problem is, we'll see if this will continue. The problem is, it's not the vast portion of the counties. For example, you go to Saline County, it's the biggest vote center we already have reported, as you can see over here. So if you go there, you're seeing 67-30, so 67-33, so 33 for Norris. Norris got 22, so he's getting 11 points. But this was actually a very big county for Hammer as well in the first round. Crawford, I think it flipped. This was yellow earlier. I don't think I'm being mistaken. Let me just check that, because I have here the data. Maybe, yes, this was yellow earlier. I'm not being mistaken. Right now it's red, 31%. Let's just check. I mean, it's now by 10 points, actually significant. 55 for Norris in this county. And this county was 42, so actually 13 points in Crawford County. I mean, this is should be going to Norris. So we'll see if this can actually be significant or not. But I mean, he certainly needs to win this county because he got 40% plus in the first round. So all of those counties around Little Rock are finished. for example. I'm still waiting for more votes out of White County, because right now we're still at 56-44. Sebastian still ways to go there. Franklin as well. Here in decisions, SHQ. I'm sorry, this is not decision here. Still the same. Let's just update this. Now we have, they say 2.44% of the precincts. Okay, they correct this. They correct Sebastian. We're not only getting 600 votes, as it was. I mean, it was a bit odd when I first saw this. So okay, we're still missing a lot. That's why the precincts were mistakenly assigned. We're still missing more precincts than we thought. Again, a lot of mistakes tonight. We got a mistake here. Also in the Massachusetts special election, we're still missing 41%, but it doesn't matter. Let's just close that. So Crawford now going by 10 points, as I said. This one's still standing. Okay, still the same, right? The same thing here. Only 16% in Sebastian, so still missing a lot there. Washington going. Can Norris flip Washington? Let's just check how he did that. He did there. So 20. He actually got 31%. Right now he's getting more than that. He's getting 46%, 47% if you round it up. The problem is Hammer's getting all of those from Casey. It's probably why he's doing better. Randolph now. Randolph County, very competitive. How it just was. Again, Norris Norris and Hammer very competitive between, and Casey. Her vote's probably gonna go now. At least right now, it seems that he's going towards Hammer. It doesn't mean anything so far, but okay. I'm just gonna do a quick break. I'm gonna be back soon. Okay, I'm back again. Let's just check the new results we got. Polsaki is still the same rate. White County as well. Lenoke is still the same. 10 points in Crawford. Sebastian now is still the same. So not anything new in those places. Maybe here's still the same. So yeah, nothing new. The margin is still 15 points, as it was before. Okay, now we just got another county here. Baxter County is finished now. 52% if you round it up for Hammer. Let's just check that. 52% in Baxter. Again, not the greatest result possible. Bad results for Norris again here. So, I mean, Norris is gone. We can say that with almost 100% sure. Is mostly gone. Even though it's probably going to be not so, like 20 points, probably going to be smaller than 20 points the margin, but still it's going to be very, very hard, and probably it's going to be very, very hard as well for Norris to have any chance. 91% now in Kalshi. Let's just check these races because this one is still at 48 and this one is at 54. It's only Boone County. This one is at 10%. We're still missing Carroll. This one is just Boone County. It is. So this one, in the House of 6th District, we're still missing 90% of the votes. Very, very close, as you can see. Sorry, very close, not very small margin of a small number of votes. I'm sorry, it's not close. It's 80-20. Actually, how this was in the... This was actually very close, so I'm suspecting, okay, Hunter is probably going to do better in this county. That's why we don't have votes there. We're still missing almost 2,000 votes there. This one for the Democrats, it's the same thing we saw earlier. This one is still very interesting, only 8%. This one 0.73%. Secretary of State right now, 20% already reported. Polsaki now very competitive, but I think it's the same way it was before. Now we just got more votes. I don't know where. Maybe it was here in Franklin County. Yeah, I suspect it was there. And yeah, let me just check here. Now we just got more votes again, but it was a very minuscule portion, I think. I don't know. Let's just go here. I mean, we're still missing a lot in those places, like in... Okay, now we just got this one, which was Baxter County. Lanoke is still the same. Okay, just got more in White County, and the margin is closing. This was 56-44. Let's just compare... I'm just going to do the calculations because this is important to check how big is the overperformance when you consider the election vote, or how different is in terms of the vote. So let's just compare. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to check the data. So White County was plus 11. Right now it's plus 8, as you can see. So 3 points. That was, I don't know, probably that was like 800 and so. So that was a margin of around 50-48 with this new update. So actually, Brian Norris is doing much better in the election vote so far, because I assume this is the election vote, but I think we can check it right here. But it makes sense to be the election vote. Let's just go to, we don't have here White County in a way. I don't know why. But yeah, White County seems to be the election vote right now. Norris doing better. Can he flip the county? I don't think he will, but still. Now the margin is only 2.5 thousand overall. Can he win it? This is very interesting to watch. But okay, he still has votes. Has votes here around this area of Fort Smith, but most of the margins are not big. Like 53-47, 52-48 is not big at all. But if you go, for example, to this county is actually big, so he can still get around 100 votes in Franklin County. It's significant, 120 votes, I'm sorry. Craighead County still have a ways to go, Boone County as well. But I mean, it's not gonna be easy. I still think the Hammer won this, but it's okay. So, but if that is true, or if Norris is doing better in the election vote, probably Polsaki is gonna flip. Also, many of these counties like Baxter, Randolph, for example, Cross County, no, but like Union County, for example, also Washington County. So if that is true, many of these counties are going to flip, and this will be a much redder map than what it is right now. That's just if that actually happens. Of course, there's no guaranteed, actually zero guaranteed, that will happen, but if it does, we can actually tell you something about it. Now we're at 253 subscribers. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We have like 5 people watching or so. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. That will help the channel a lot, growing faster. And I'm doing my best. I mean, I'm not in the United States, as you know. I'm not American. I know I love American election. I love America, but I'm not American, and I have, you can see by my name, it's not an American common name, if you will. And I'm European. I'm from Portugal. That's why here is already 2:20 a.m. and it's actually very, very interesting. Okay, now we just got the margin. Now it's below 10 points. Very interesting. Let's just go here. It's still at the same. Still at the same here. I think we got another county, Logan County. I think we got this one, 51 for Norris. Let's just check that one here in Logan County. Logan here, 51 for Norris. Okay, that's interesting overperformance, but still. White County still at the same rate, 63%. We didn't get more votes there. We didn't get more votes there. Polsaki still at 30. Okay, now they say we're at 78% in Solin. So this is actually a downside for the Norris campaign because they say we're still missing votes here for Hammer. Okay, this is not great if you are a Norris supporter, because one of the biggest centers for Hammer is actually getting more votes, and I mean that's not great. If you are a supporter of Norris. Okay, now the margin just went down more. Okay, now Lenoke is at 70-30. Lenoke is at 70-30. Lenoke is actually very interesting over performance right now because Norris is getting almost 28 points more than he got last time. That's actually interesting. Let's just go here to check if we did have more votes. Okay, now we got Garland is at 100%. White County still 54-46. We'll see if they can actually shrink the margin in White County. Washington, we're still missing votes, a lot of votes. I mean, we're still stuck at 27%, still 22% in Benton County. Boone at 84. I mean, how is this right here? Because here we're at, I don't know. Okay, we're still at 21%. Maybe I can update this just to check if we do have more. No, we're still at 21%. Now we're at 31% reported. Okay, Baxter County now is at 50.5. I think this one was at a higher margin for Hammer, and now it's closing with the election day vote. I'm sorry, the election day vote coming in. I'm sorry. I think it's closing a bit. I mean, I'm not dooming for Norris right now, but he can still win it with like a very big shot. If that happens, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be very, very hard, but it's not over. It's not over. If you're an Norris supporter, it's not over. Because if you can actually flip Baxter and flip Polsaki, because that's really what needs to happen, and flip, for example, be very competitive in the white, probably only losing like by 2 points or less than that. Flipping Randolph, flipping here in Union County as well. Right now we're still missing a lot, and if the margins are actually going to increase right now, these 5 counties need to stay all red, especially here in Logan. 70-30 in Lenoke, that's great because he can actually get like around 600 votes here of margin. Right now he's only losing by 2.4. By 2.3. Now the margin just closed a bit. Where the votes came in. Let's just check. I'm just trying to check where the votes came in. Okay, maybe it was here in Crawford. Now it's 58. Let's just check the margin, Crawford. Okay, that's over 16. Better for Norris there. I think it came from right there. I'm not so sure about it. I think it came from right there. We're not so ahead in the margin before. Okay, right now, let's go to the decision desk again. Now we're at 22%. Let's can see here the big bubble is actually Saline. They're actually saying that everything is counted. Let's just check here the official website again. Okay, somehow they don't have Saline there. Baxter, okay, Baxter we're getting now. Maybe we can compare. That was interesting if we can compare in terms of the early votes and the election day votes. We cannot actually do that. Yeah, I don't think we can do that. Which is pretty sad. But I think this was a much. I think this is closer than we saw previously. So now we're at. The turnout is probably gonna be like 3 or 4%, very small. Precincts we're still missing a lot. We're only at 31%, so like an hour. We're basically here for an hour right now, and only 31% of the votes is counting in the less than 80,000 votes primary. Now we just got a lot of votes in Faulkner County. Look at the margin. This is really a toss-up. I'm saying this to you. This is really a toss-up right now. And Norris getting 78% in Faulkner. Let's just compare that. So Faulkner, I mean, if this is true, I'm just saying this could be a tabulation error. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying it could be. It could be a tabulation error. Because usually when those things happen in terms of getting a very different result from what we were expecting, this might be a tabulation error. Because, 47 for Hammer. Right now he's getting 22. That's not realistic. Even if he's getting a very great night, that's not realistic at all, at least with the results we're getting from the other part of the state. So this result, I just want to say, emphasize that it's very early. 22% for Norris. I don't suspect that's correct as well, because this one here, I'm sorry, what is Fred Love here doing? I don't want this. I want the Republican Secretary to say so. Faulkner here, Brian Norris is probably going to get over 40%, not getting 78%. That doesn't make any sense. At least it's my opinion. Of course, if that is true, it's massive news for the Norris campaign. Right now we're still at 253 subscribers. Let's go. Let's subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm gonna ask you again because that's basically zero cost, and you can support the channel a lot. It doesn't cost you anything, and it just supports. You just need to click there. It's very easy. Okay, now we're at the margin went down again. Okay. Look at this. I'm just gonna zoom in, if I can, of course. I can do it. Okay, here. So this one was 50.5 for Hammer and 49.5 for Norris. Right now it's 50-50. So with more election day vote coming in, the margin for Norris is increasing, or the margin for Hammer in this case is decreasing. And we'll see if that will continue to happen, especially in places like Washington County, Randolph. If Baxter will flip eventually, because if this continues into this public flip, right now the margin is only, as you can see over here, the margin is only 3 votes. 3 votes in over 5,000 there. Almost 5,000 there. So Baxter is now 0.07. That's the margin right now the Hammer has. And Saline says 78% in. Okay, now it's just got more votes. What came in? It's a very... I don't know what came in. Okay, now White County. Look at this. White County was at 8 points. 8 points last time. Now it's 6 points. So more votes coming in, less margin for Hammer. Hammer's doing better. Where? Early vote. Norris doing better. Where? Election day vote. So we'll see if Norris can actually win this. Because right now it's really a toss-up. I don't know what prediction markers are saying now. 88%. So actually it's going down. I said this is not 88% chance of winning for Hammer. It's not a recommendation. I will not say that. But still, I don't think this is 88%. It's probably like 60-40 for Hammer right now. Let's just go. Okay, now we have this county here. Sevier County, or however you're going to call this. So 52 for Hammer. 52 for Hammer in Sevier County. Okay, Hammer is doing almost 15 points better. Now we just got more votes. I don't know where. Lenoke, it was not in Lenoke. It's probably over here. Okay, it was Franklin County. Now it's 69-31. Okay. Boone County is is Norris, but I think it was before. And here we don't have more votes, which is very, very interesting. We're still waiting for a lot of them. Now the biggest vote center we're waiting votes is in Polsaki, I think, exactly. But we're still waiting for the Miller. What was Miller last time? It was for... Okay, Norris only got 18%, so maybe this is an interesting race here as well. Now the margin just went... Okay, it stayed the same. Now we're at 35%. Okay, still we're still the same here. 70-30 there. 78-22. I'm still doubting this result, but okay, let's just wait. Now the margin is only 1.4. And this is actually interesting because Brian Norris is anti-establishment candidate. He said he's all in with Trump, and he is aligned with Trump, and both are. But I mean, Hammer is more of an establishment candidate because he is still state senator in the state of Arkansas. He did a lot of, he is there for a long time, and right now he's trying to be elected as Secretary of State, like statewide office. So this is interesting in that regard. So it's a heavy pro-Trump, which is Brian Norris in that regard, getting more votes in the election day votes as it is expected by any Trump-endorsed candidate. I mean, Trump didn't endorse any of the candidates, but Brian Norris is a more aggressive Trump candidate in that regard, so that's why he's probably doing better with election day vote. Just curiosities out of this. I was just researching here more about it. But for example, Kim Hammer was supported by Tom Cotton, former is now the incumbent senator from the state of Arkansas, also lieutenant governor. So he's more the establishment candidate, if you will, Hammer. And Norris is a more anti-establishment, more pro-Trump, even more pro-Trump, because everyone here is pro-Trump. Okay, now we just got this county here. Lincoln County now. Hammer's getting 55% in Lincoln. Let's just check that. Okay, very huge overperformance there. And now we're still missing 56,000 votes. Baxter, I'm still waiting for this one to flip because this will probably flip eventually. White County, so I'm still waiting for this to go to 52-48 or 51-49. I'm still waiting for that. In Cross, okay, we didn't get more votes there. In Polsac, we're still at 30. And yeah, Sevier still the same. Union as well. Lafayette now, 47 for Norris in Lafayette, which is over here, 47 for Norris. He's getting 14 points better. I mean, this was a tie between Norris and Cathy, and Harmer was actually... This is a representation of the state, basically, apart from the second and third are basically swap it up. They're basically switched. And now we're at 25 in decision desk HQ. Now 95% for Norris. I don't buy it. I don't buy 95% chance right now, because if this continues the trend to be election day vote for... I'm sorry, 95 for Norris? Yeah, 95% for Norris. So, okay, look at this. I mean, I was just messing things up. Now the prediction margin saying 95% chance of winning for Norris. This is now he's 81% chance of winning for Hammer. I mean, this is very low volume. That's why this volatility is just huge. I mean, look at this. 81% for Hammer. This was like 90-something% for Norris. I mean, this is just crazy. Now it's 79% chance of winning for Hammer. Norris might win. I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying he might. It's not guaranteed. Anything here is guaranteed. But look at this. Hammer was closer to 94 or 95% chance of winning the election. Right now he's at 79, and it just shows how unpredictable this low turnout elections can be. And we actually have results. Turnout out of the Georgia's 14th congressional race. We're gonna have next week. And right now, the Cobb County, where Sean Harris got over 60%, will get probably over 60%. He got almost 50% in the first round. Is very, very advanced in terms of turnout. So we probably get a low turnout election with a high emphasis in terms of Cobb County. If that is true, that might be a great deal for Sean. Okay, 35 there. Okay, they corrected Faulkner County. I don't know what the hell it was this in Faulkner. Right now it's corrected. It was 78-22. That was not expected. Right now White County still ways to go there, and we don't have more votes there. Now we just 53-47. Okay, it's 1.9 thousand almost. Washington still standing. Benton as well. Now we just got Jackson County. Jackson County, look at that, 63 for Norris in Jackson. Let's go to Jackson County just here. Okay, again, not a huge overperformance anyways. %10 of the precincts are reported. We're still waiting for. We only have almost 300 precincts reported. We're still missing almost 2.5 thousand. And yeah, Faulkner at CG6. In terms of the votes that are missing, most of the votes are here in this area, and also in Polsaki County itself. We're still missing 3.8 there. It's the biggest voting center right now. We're missing votes. Okay, now we just got this one, Pope County. 57 for Hammer. Let's compare that. And I'm just emphasizing the Norris because it's really the question mark here. 43 for Norris and Pope. Okay, swing 6 points better. That's not enough. That stays is not enough. I'm just gonna do a quick break. I'm gonna be back soon. Okay, I'm back again. Now we just got more votes. Sullivan is still the same. This one is still the same as well. White County, we didn't get more votes there. Now Randolph flipped. Okay, that's interesting. Randolph flipped as it was expected. I said that might happen. It did actually. Ashley, now we have votes. 51 for Norris. It actually ended there. Let's just compare. 51 for Norris. Not a huge overperformance. So I mean, probably he could have done better there. This one here, okay, now we have more votes, but still at 10%. The precincts reported. Franklin, okay. Crawford, Sebastian still. Pope now. For Hammer is getting 57. Faulkner is 57, 43. Still same thing. He didn't change. Baxter still at the 3 votes margin. Huge margin, as you can see. It's amazing. Yeah, Benton 61-39. Yeah, nothing changed here. And here, how we were doing, 89% chance of Hammer winning the election. I mean, this is just. I mean, the prediction markets that was saying like 79. Now it's 91. I mean, it's completely BS, but okay. Especially in things with low volatility. I mean, if you compare to like presidential elections or senatorial elections, that's actually be something significant. But in this very small elections, it's just BS. I'm saying for Norris to win, he needs to flip Baxter County. That's just almost it's almost needed for him to win. Also, be much more competitive in White. So instead of losing by 7, losing like by 4 or 3, and he needs to do great in the rest of the votes we're getting in Boone and Faulkner, and he needs to flip Pulsaki. Let's compare here. So the one I was saying, we don't have it here. Yeah, maybe he needs us as well to flip Washington County right now. So Baxter, we're still missing the precincts, as you can see over here. I don't know why can we see by method of voting. Yeah, we don't have it here. They're still saying too early to call. Maybe it's too close to call. No, it's still too early to call. I don't know why. Probably it's too close now to call. We're only at 41%. It's almost an hour and 10 minutes since we started this, and it's still at 41%. It's still very slow to count the votes. They only counted 34,000. I don't know what they're doing, but still, I mean, come on. We're only missing 50,000. Now we're at 42%. We just got more votes. And Baxter, okay, still has a 3 votes lead there. White County didn't get more votes. I'm still waiting to see votes there, but somehow we're not getting. Randolph flip, but still, we need more votes there. Sevier still 68, 64. It's not significant. And Polsaki still at 30. Now, so I think we got more votes in Solane. Yeah, we got more votes there. As you can see here, I think we got, let's just compare to here. Okay, it's the same thing, but actually, maybe we can compare it here. Okay, we don't have it here. So, yeah, we got more votes in Solane. Solane was actually at 78% in, now it's at 95% plus, so it's everything is reported. Grant County, 62-38, actually also everything is reported. As you can see here, we're only missing less than 300 votes, so not significant. Hot Spring as well, 100%. Garland, 100%. So, I mean, majority of the places for Hammer are close to 100%. The problem is, can Norris close the gap in Washington? Can he flip the county? Can he flip Baxter? Because right now in the biggest counties, as you can see here, Saline is the first one, and Hammer's winning by 30, which he probably will. I mean, everything is counted. But Baxter, Norris must flip this. Boone right now is everything is counted. Norris won by 3, which is not really significant. Boone County is this one. Is not really significant by 2 points, but still almost 3 points. But still, So now we're at 45% in. Okay, we're still the same in Baxter. Okay, now White County. Okay, White County closed. White County was at 7 points. It ended at 4. It actually closed 3 points more for Brian Norris. This is interesting, even though it probably, I was saying 3-4, so actually we ended up in 4, which is not bad. But it could have been better, of course. Right now the margin is only, as you can see here, it's only 1.8 thousand votes. It's less than 5 points, as you can see. As you can see here as well, in terms of the votes, there were still missing. In majority, we're still missing a lot of counties to report. As you can see, most of them are very small. It doesn't matter. Majority of votes are still missing are in Pulsac. Pulsac is really the doubt. I mean, if Norris can actually win this and flip, I mean, he needs to flip Pulsaki. It's almost 100%. He needs to flip Baxter as well. So from those here in the biggest counties, sorry, let's just do it like this. In the here in the biggest, he needs to flip Baxter. He needs to flip he needs to flip only Baxter right now. Pulsaki is not here because we're still waiting for 70% of the votes, so missing a lot of them. Let's just compare here. If we do have something new, we don't. I think we don't have anything. They only say 28% in. I don't know why. Let's just compare this one here. So 46%, this one is already gone. Bishop won this with 95% of the vote already in, so 59-40, very big win. Here, okay, we're still missing for this county. This is probably going to go for Rivet, we're still waiting there. This one as well, only 3% in. This one as well, 95% in. Tanya won this with almost 10 points. Here as well, only 0.79% in reports, so we're still missing a lot. Let's just compare here as well. Okay, now we're still at 10.40. I don't know, they're taking so long to count all the votes. Now they shrunk the prediction to 44% of the votes in. So right now we're at 48% of the votes in. As you can see here, just waiting for votes in Baxter, also in Pulsaki. Lanoke, we're now getting more votes, so the margin now is only less than 4 points, now at only 3.4. Here is actually 4 now, 96% in Kalshi. But I think I'm gonna end the live stream right now because this is already. I mean, we're not getting too much of votes, and this is already taking a lot of time. I mean, they're very, very slow counting everything. I think I'm gonna end the live stream right now. Thank you for all the people that tune in the live stream, and I'll see you next week with major elections in Wisconsin, in Georgia, and many more in America. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.